Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from inside the Crasher here in Daytona Beach at my home base, one of my portable home bases here at Walmart parking lot. Same place I stayed the last time when I came up to Jacksonville from Boynton Beach. This is a great camping spot. There's other campers out there. They got their slides out just like I do. One guy's even parked. I'll take you out there in a minute. He's parked in an angle like I am. Because if you try to just go straight, you stick out too far on one end or the other, so you got to turn your tow vehicle to the side. But before we go outside this morning, you guys all heard about the unfortunate incident yesterday where a guy took my bumper off my truck. And I was just looking over yesterday's devotional, and the first thing it said was yesterday. Let me prepare you for the day that stretches out before you. I know exactly what this day will contain, whereas you have only a vague idea about it. I sure had no idea about that. And then you'd like to see a map he talks about. You'd like to know what's going on, showing you all your twists and turns. You'd feel more prepared that way. But however, there's a better way to be prepared. And for whatever you encounter today, spend quality time with me. Now, what does it say today? I haven't even looked. I'm so curious for today's devotional. And we're going to paraphrase here. Okay, all right. Carefully planned. Out your guide instead of. All right. Yeah, I see it all now. And the first sentence is talking about, try not to look at the day as an adventure and, carefully plan it out with your guide. Instead of looking at your day, your itinerary that's ahead of you, trying to program it according to your will and all that. You're going to do everything you want to do. Be attentive to Him and to all He's got prepared for you. All right. To thank Him for this day, recognizing that it's a precious, unrepeatable gift. Today is the day, folks. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow might not ever get here. Today is your gift that He has given you. All right? And then trust that He is with you each moment. How about that one? Man, I need Him each moment every day, but I need Him today. That's very comforting. And it says, trust that I'm with you each moment. And whether you sense my presence or not. Okay? And thankfully trusting attitude helps you to see events in your life from my perspective. A thankful and trusting attitude, he says. So I'm thankful today that yesterday was not one bit of stopping me from continuing my 10-day vacation. My truck was hit yesterday. He didn't mean to run into it. I didn't mean to want him to run into it. Nobody wanted it, even though he suffered very little on his trailer. It was a brand new trailer. I'm sure he doesn't want to mark on it. But we'll get into talking about what happened yesterday and who might have been at fault and who could have been a little more alert in another video that I'm going to make later when I show you my truck, my cruncher. It's the cruncher now. It's not it's not the crusher anymore. It's the cruncher. Somebody called it that yesterday. Too many names. I'm going to get confused. We'll just stay with the crusher. It crushed all right. It didn't crush that trailer. But what was I going to say? I am thankful in my attitude today because I can continue. That truck doesn't change 1 second of the way it drove, of the power, of the ability to pull the crasher here. Nothing has changed. The headlights are not in any different direction. There's no frame damage. The car is not going to be in any way stop me from continuing like it never happened. And I'm going to, and when things happen for a reason and are allowed in our lives, it's not for us to figure it out. And I know there is some reason. I know it sounds weird. Why would God allow somebody to crash into your car? But there's going to be good out of it. And the good is already out of it is it didn't leave me stranded here in Daytona with an inoperative vehicle, with a camper that had to be towed separately if a wrecker had to come. No one sustained any injuries. There was no injuries to other vehicles. There was no property damage anywhere. I was able to avoid, I'll talk about that in a minute, because I came close to having to go into another lane as the guy crossed into my lane. But everything is fine. And I'm going to just keep on doing what I'm doing today. And I'm very excited about it. And last night, let me finish the quick paragraph here. He talks about how a life with him will never be dull or predictable. How about that one? It says, expect each day to have surprises. Does God know? Is God not real? Who could not believe? Look at this. This is amazing. Expect each day to contain surprises with an exclamation point. And then it says right here, resist the tendency to do it your way. To resist the tendency to look for other routes, it says, of the day. Yeah, resist that. If you're willing to follow wherever he leads you, he says, no matter how steep or treacherous the path, the safest place is to be by my side, he says. Now, I agree with that 100%. Not my will be done, Lord, but yours. So, in paraphrasing there, I guess what it says is, each day is an adventure. You try to view each day as an adventure, but instead of staring at the day and ahead of you, attempting to program it the way you want it, to be attentive to him, to all he's prepared for you, and then to thank him for the day, and to have a trusting and thankful attitude that helps you see the events of your life from his perspective. And then the last paragraph is about living a life close with him. There's never a dull moment or predictable. Expect each day to contain surprises. So I'm expecting some surprises today. I got one yesterday. Well, anyway, folks, I just couldn't leave out the devotional in some way. I didn't read it verbatim, but that's how I started my day. My bedroom slide is already in, and the bed has been made, except the blankets in the bottom have to go up so it can stick underneath this closet I have in there. I swept my floors this morning. I can make coffee because I have 2 giant batteries that can power this whole thing, and I probably can plug it into my inverter plug over here that turns my battery into electric. I don't think my coffee maker actually takes that much electricity, but I didn't use the batteries or that. I just wanted to sweep the floors. I wanted to make a devotional video this morning. I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to end this one, and we're going to go get some coffee. We're going to begin our day, and I'm going to talk about the accident yesterday. And I don't know where I'm going. I'm just moving. I'm following the front end. I'm just having a good time. And a lot of you out there are really supporting me. You're very compassionate. A lot of you left me some very encouraging comments yesterday. I respect everybody. And so let's end this one and begin to crush it today.